Hi Libras, thanks for hopping on board. Those of you that are mothers, I hope you had a really nice Mother's Day. And for those of you who are not mothers, I hope you had a nice day too. And I'm sure some of you got to see the Aurora Borealis. Very beautiful. Very different for a lot of us who don't normally see it. You may have set some boundaries that are a little bit too intimidating. Yeah, you might be acting a little standoffish or picky. There's some growth potential in what you're doing right now. You could be focused on that. You're dealing with a situation or somebody where you can't be replaced. Yeah, someone feels that you're unreplaceable. Yeah, somebody that made you feel really wonderful at the start, but then they changed. Now they feel like they can't replace you. And you've set boundaries. You're intimidating. Maybe not just to this person, but to others as well. Yeah, because you've been hurt and disappointed, possibly fighting depression. That's why your boundaries are up. Some of you may be trapped in a passionless connection. It's just dead. It's over. Because you've been hurt, disappointed. This person could feel distant from you now. And a lot of you might be planning a vacation. You need some R&R in your life. Okay, this past person started to rub others in your face, started to talk about other people that they were interested, to get a rise out of you, or to pump up their ego, or maybe just to hurt you. Something is about to unfold. It has something to do with this growth potential, whatever you're into. Oh. I think some of you might be having fun going out, opening up to the world a little bit, but your boundaries are still your boundaries are still up, still set firmly in place. I think the universe is suggesting that you should get out and have some fun. Maybe take this vacation you've been thinking about, work on it. I think some of you may have a new prospect, a new love coming into your life. And some of you may be getting to have deep feelings for this person. That's not all of you. Couldn't possibly be all of you, but some of you are meeting other people. You might meet somebody if you go on vacation that you really like. You might start to have feelings for someone if you travel. You're kind of an independent thinker, Libra, and maybe you're always trying to come up with new ideas to fit this growth potential that you're dealing with over here. You might have new prospects for money or whatever you're into that's going to benefit you. You might have found out that this past person went ahead and cheated on you. But somebody that is beneath your standards. So that could have been part of your depression. This person is starting to lose friends. Not only are they losing you, but their own friends, people in their own crowd are starting to ignore them. They just wouldn't listen. They're very, very stubborn. Very stubborn. Or you might have those of you who have a new person, they might also have, maybe you feel a stubborn streak. I think you may be trying to tell them things, maybe open up, tell them, share your feelings with them or something, and they may not really believe you. If you have a new person, they may feel that you are, they don't know if you're sincere or not. Maybe it's because of these boundaries you have. Maybe they know that you've been hurt or you're still connected energetically with someone. But they may have a hard time taking in what you have to tell them. And you're thinking, if they would just listen, if they would just understand. Okay. The person who doesn't seem to be able to replace you stalks your social media. You're wanting a true love in your life, I think your past person or this person that's still in your energy, they want a true love as well, They really do, but why can't they have it? I don't see why they can't have it. They cheat, so they must lie. They don't operate well in that department. If a true love is what they're after, just like you, they don't act like it. A lot of you now are feeling more gratitude for what you do have in your world. Taking a look around and you're realizing that this isn't such a bad place after all. Yeah, you're attractive, Libra. There's just something about you that gives off that aura, magnetism. So get out and have fun. Let your boundaries down a little bit. You don't want to act like a prude, although you don't want to be wild either, but get out there. Be a little bit vulnerable. Yeah, a lot of you really want to take a vacation. And you may be planning on it. You need some fun in your life. But, you're actually thinking of a vacation as real R&R, some place you can rest. Take it really easy. But it just doesn't seem possible for a lot of you because you got a big agenda. A lot on your plate. Things to prepare for and keep up with. So vacation may not be, on the calendar for right now, but I think you're really thinking about it. Some of you are going to take it. Going to figure it out. Someone thinks you're hot. Someone thinks you are sexually hot. So that's why you can't be replaced. It's this person in your energy. They realize that they lost out on something good in that department. I think if you meet this new person, you're going to be Very honest with them. I don't think there's any room in your life for playing many games. Sometimes you just got to roll with what's happening with the new person, though. You got to feel them out, but I think you're going to be very honest. And they might check you out too. They might kind of investigate you because uh, they they may have been hurt in the past as well. But you know what? They can't find anything derogatory about you. They can't find anything about you that can hurt your image or whatever. So that's good. They can't dig up anything about you that's negative. Because that's just for those of you who are dealing with someone new. Yeah. If third parties talk you down, they don't want to hear it. Now, this could be the case of your past person that's still in your energy or this new person. If anybody says anything negative about you, or if he's talking to you about people and somebody says something negative, they don't want to hear it. This person really likes you. They're just a little cautious. Just like you. Yeah, a lot of you feel like a victim. You've been victimized. Probably breadcrumbed, lied to, cheated on, that's for sure. So you have been victimized. And being found irreplaceable by this person that made you feel wonderful in the beginning and then turned into a nightmare for you. Yeah, you're getting ready to drop this burden. Mm-hmm. You're figuring out how to move on. Yeah, you don't want any more quarreling, no more fighting, no more game playing. Because this person made you cry. They were arrogant. They made a lot of you just bawl. Yeah, and you were very anxious over the whole thing. You were in fear. You didn't know what was going to happen. Very emotional. You didn't realize that you hung in there too long and you could have released these bonds anytime you wanted to. But you kind of kept yourself held there and trapped. You didn't know which direction you were going to go. But you do know that you lost the hopeful 10 of cups that you wanted with this person, that you imagined you'd have with them. You feel you've lost that. Doesn't mean you're not going to get it eventually with somebody. It's just not happening right now with this person. Looks like you're dropping this person. Even though there was a lot of passion between you. You're moving on. Your world's getting ready to change for the better. You may be taking this vacation, more of you than I can imagine. You're looking for some more adventure in your life. You want some action. It looks like you're going to get it. Might have to do with this growth potential that you're into right now. You have a lot more energy coming up. It's like you've been kind of in limbo, held back, and it's like you're about ready to bust forth. You got the World card. That's one of my favorites. Now you might be thinking that if this person comes back, or if they have come back, that they owe you an apology, big time. And they might give you one, but it won't satisfy you. It won't be enough. You feel like it's coming from an immature place because they're in page energy. You're looking for at least a king or a queen. An emperor or empress would be nice. They may already have come back and tried to apologize. I don't think it was worthy. Yeah, you started having to take a lot better care of yourself, pay attention more to yourself. You became stingy with your time and energy. Yeah, you started acting like you cared more about yourself now than you do about this person. You also might be pinching pennies. It's expensive out here these days. Very, very hard to pay the bills and keep food on the table for a lot of people. So you could be budgeting, pinching pennies, keeping not only your energy to yourself, but keeping your money primarily to yourself too, your income. Wow, yeah, you're coming out of the heartbreak. Coming out of the heartbreak of losing this Ten of Cups, which is your happiness, your contentment, your family life, your just everything. You've learned a big lesson. You were betrayed, and that's a very painful situation to be in when you're betrayed by someone you love. I don't know if you really love this person. It doesn't say you do in this reading yet. But they did hurt you. They did put you into depression. You probably had deep feelings for them. That people around here are jealous now. It's that glow up. You're growing. You're changing. You're not the same person. Coming out of a cocoon and turning into a butterfly. So there are people around you. People that may act friendly to you, but they don't have your best interest at heart because they're jealous. They see you moving and they'd rather keep you where you are so that you don't leave them in the dust. Yeah, you're starting a whole new cycle. You got the World card and the Death card here. Death card doesn't mean anybody's going to die. It just means that you're at the end of a long run. You've come to a crossroad a point in your life where you've learned a lot. And all these things, all this wisdom and everything that you've learned so far in life, you're moving over into a brighter day. And you're going to be able to take all that, what you've learned with you, but then you're going to leave a lot behind. But if you step across that line and move into the brighter day, your whole world will move into a new cycle. And it should be better because on the other side of that line, everything is painted gold. Don't let people's jealousy and spite or whatever hold you back. It looks like it's very important that you cross this line. Move into a brighter time. And that looks like that's exactly what you're doing because that Death card is in the upright position. Some of you still may be confused. And you're also wondering what options you should go for next, but I believe what you're working on seems to have the good growth potential. But you're still confused. You're unclear about a lot of things. You'd like some more information. You'd like clarity on what's going on, not only with the people in your life, but also with your own life. You're looking for some answers. What is the best way? What's going to happen to me? So some of you are still lost and confused. But you've got somebody rushing in that wants to tell you something. It might be kind of scary news, but not on a like bad scary, like something happened awful or whatever. No, this is just somebody that makes you nervous. They want to come rushing in, tell you something. You don't know how you're going to take it. You might be expecting this person. This person's been waiting. I don't know, this might be the new person. But it looks like it's the person in your energy, the one who betrayed you. They want to come back. They want to tell you something. Maybe they want to explain something, but you don't care for their energy. They're a little hyper. They're a little radical. But they feel that whatever they have to say to you is of some importance. I don't know really who it is, but it's landing on top of these other cards that lead me in the direction of the person who hurt you, cheated on you. Okay. Yeah, you have someone around you, and it may be the person in your energy. I can't tell. There's a jealousy thing happening here. And it's someone that you thought was, full of maybe unconditional love or whatever. But they turned out to be the opposite of that. Kind of a person who does put conditions on their love or respect or what. They just weren't the person that you thought they were. That's this jealous person. Mm-hmm. Could be just someone in your surroundings, your family, a weak friend or something, but they are not what you imagine them to be. Again, some of you are really kind of concerned about where your future may lie. And you might have all kinds of questions about how you're going to get this Ten of Cups and this Ten of Pentacles that I just pulled out. The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse too. And it's on top of the Death card here. So I'm reading that like, even though if you move into a new cycle, what you're going to do, you still may not be convinced that you're going to, find what you're after or achieve what you're after. And I want to, affirm for you that just because the Ten of Pentacles may be in reverse, that doesn't mean you're not going to get it. You know what you want. Ten of Pentacles is kind of a gold ring to reach for. That's a lot of abundance. That's leaving something behind for posterity, raising a family that you can be proud of, sending them to college, investing in real estate, being upper class or whatever you'd want to call it. If that's what you want, if you want the luxuries, and fine wines, the best meat and all that kind of stuff, dinners, everything, doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means that you're not going to get it right now. You're into something that's growing, and you're just going to have to keep on for a little while longer. People hate to wait. I know that. Waiting is just, feels like, most of us feel like we just wait half of our lives away. Okay. The reason you're so confused is this person that stole your time and energy, maybe even some of your money, lied to you. They want to come back. And that is very confusing for you. And this is telling me that this Knight of Swords that wants to come rushing in, that's the person that's still in your energy. and you're very confused. You don't know how you're going to handle it. If you know, because you feel they do want to come back, and a lot of them have already made an attempt. But you've got your boundaries up. That was the first card that came out. You are not going to be vulnerable. So we'll see. Yeah, a lot of you had to spend a lot of time in limbo, right? And these cards are almost as like the last reading for you on your side. Mm-hmm. You had to spend a lot of time thinking about this. And a lot of you are still confused. You're still upset, nervous. Yeah. You've got the Eight of Swords in the upright position, so yeah, a lot of you just haven't washed this situationship, maybe, out of your hair yet. But you've seen the light. You're coming around. Seen the light, and you're coming around. See, I put some of my cards away here in the drawer. I think I want to use these. No, they're the ones that I can't expose. Alrighty, we'll use these. Every once in a while, people still ask about my gaudy pots. This one's always sitting here. It's my gaudiest pot, actually, and I really like it. They're not fired in a kiln. I make them out of cement. Kind of developed my own procedure to make cement pots. So I've made a lot of them. I have a cactus collection, and they started out small as cactus pots, and then I just started making bigger and bigger pots and crazier designs and things. Got a lot of them around here. I don't have the time for that anymore. That took up a lot of time. That's when I was, had a space and time where I could be in limbo and do something that I really wanted to focus on. So that was a great diversion for me. Very enjoyable. I don't sell them. I usually give them away as gifts. It seems I've given some of the best ones away already. Okay. This person in your energy, they feel like they've lost you too. They lost their Ten of Cups too. They can't replace you. That's what I've been saying since the beginning of the reading. Irreplaceable. So they're feeling like they made a big boo-boo. Yeah. They acted, maybe they came on like all they cared about was sex. And that's what they were after mostly. They weren't mature about it, still in page energy. They painted some stories for you because they were sexually attracted to you. And now I think they realize that that's what happened. And that's how they lost you, because that was their main focus. So it's like they may have flattered you a lot, used whatever tactic they had in order to go there with you. Whether you went there or not, but that's how it seemed. Oh. You're looking at other options. You're wondering if true love really exists out there, and if you're going to be able to recognize it and pick it out of an option. Because you're going to have to be doing some shopping if you want true love. Not like a stalker or a hunter. You're just going to have to keep your radar open. You're still confused. This person painted pictures for you. But you're realizing there are other options. There's more fish in the sea. And again, you have the Hermit card in reverse. You're wising up. You're learning. You're gaining some wisdom here. And you're coming out of this limbo state, or this state where you felt like you had to be alone to sort this out, because you've pretty much sorted it out now. Oh, this is going along exactly with what I was saying about this person. They know they're toxic. They know they blow it. Like I say, they know they lost their 10 of cups, and they can't replace you. And they're realizing it was because they didn't open up farther than sex. Sex was the thing that was basically on their mind. And that was a toxic move. That's part of their toxicity. This person could also take drugs, or gamble excessively, drink, sex addiction. They have some vices. And they know it. They are aware of their downfall. That's always the way I read the devil card in reverse. That's somebody, if it falls on them, that's somebody who's aware of their toxicity. And yes, they do want to come and flirt with you. They're kind of shy and timid right now. So when they do return, they'll still be in the Page of Cups energy. They're not growing. You're growing. You're developing. They're the same old, same old. And they do want to come in and apologize. Like I said, some of them might have already apologized. They might be kind of cute. They might kind of flirt with you some, but you think something fishy about it. It's not enough for you. May not feel like it's sincere either. Oh yeah. This is just confirmation. Yeah, you guys had a breakup in which they made you feel like you didn't matter to them. Like I say, I think they really made you cry, because they were destroying something that you thought was your 10 of Cups. I've said this before. It appears that they were arrogant about dismissing you, as if you just didn't matter. And now they're realizing that you do matter. You matter a lot. Yeah, they feel like they've lost their happiness because they were acting like a, what would you call it? Philanderer. Is that the word? They were a philanderer. Haven't used that one for a long time. Yeah. You've decided to focus on yourself. Give more attention to yourself. Make yourself special. When you were thinking about all this and figuring it all out, you decided that you have to start being more selfish. And that's when you set up these boundaries. And, even started thinking more about your budget and your money and all that. Oh, this person doesn't know what direction to go in. They feel they've invested in this relationship, and now they've lost whatever they've put into it. Now they're trying to figure out if they should keep trying or head elsewhere. Because, like I said, in this reading, it looks like they're looking for true love too. They want somebody to love them. You loved them. What happened? Are you involved with someone else? Do you have strings attached where you couldn't be free? That's just a conjecture. Maybe some of you. Yeah, they had to do a lot of thinking too. This person's been up in their head too, right? And they feel like now that maybe they've seen the light, or they've come up with some kind of scheme while they were in limbo, figuring things out, if they're spiritual or have a belief in God or whatever their higher power is. They might have been connecting with that as well, trying to get some answers, but it looks like they came up with some answers. We'll see what we can figure out about that. Yeah. You thought that they were your knight in shining armor, but they weren't. They were the opposite of that, and but they moved away slowly. They kept hanging in there. It was tough to break this energy for those of you who are still feeling it. Yeah, they were uncommittal. You want to be uncommittal too now. You don't want to be vulnerable. You're going to keep your energy to yourself. No more putting anybody up on a pedestal, at least not until you really get to know them, it looks like. You do have a craft. You do have skills. I think they're all yours now, and you don't want to share with anybody. You're getting kind of stingy, Libra, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, man. This person feels like they're being pushed toward you, divinely inspired. They don't want to give up. It's like they feel like in the end they're going to be with you after all. When they finally get to you, when they finally make you realize that you two were meant to be together. That's what they're thinking now. That's what they've come up with. They want to be more outgoing. They want to share more with you. They want to be more responsible. They know they should. They know that about themselves. They see their shortcomings. Can they change? This person wants to change. They want to be more giving. They're actually a pretty, maybe this relationship was just really poor timing. There was a good, passionate, lustful thing going on between you, so maybe you felt it was a twin flame or something. And if it was, those are hard to come together with. I don't want to get into the whole twin flame thing right now, but this person does want to be more generous. They do want to open up more with you. I don't think you're having it. You don't want to be vulnerable anymore. You're keeping everything to yourself now. You're gaining strength. You're feeling more powerful. As the days go by, you're getting into a lot better energy, and you're maybe looking better, feeling better. And there's some uniqueness about you. You have some kind of an original quality, and you like that. You think that somebody may be trying to con you. I don't know. Maybe this new person, you don't quite trust them. This past person, you surely believe. Well, anyway, the cards are just telling me that you're not trusting hardly a soul. That's what this reading's telling me. You believe that there are con artists out there, people out to get you. You know, there is jealousy at work, but someone may be trying to manifest you, but for their own purpose, for their own benefit of somehow. You may have something that someone wants. This person's looking at your pictures, feeling nostalgic. They'd love to make some new memories with you too. Yeah, they hurt themselves by letting you go. That should be the title of this reading, maybe. That's what it looks like, the whole thing. I think about you so much, it's scaring me. Yeah. You keep popping in and out of their mind, and it's hurtful because they know they can't have you, or they think they can't have you, but they feel like you're divinely, like you were meant to be together. So Don't surprise me if they keep coming back. Wouldn't surprise me. They weren't planning on being serious with you when you first met. But they can't deny the feelings they have for you now. Yep. Keep looking at my cameras. Let's see for that signal. It should be coming up any minute unless I missed it. So, yeah, be patient. They're still insecure and still feel commitment. So, anyway, however you make this out today, some of this could be about the new guy. This new person, new woman, man, whatever, they might fear commitment too. So that's where it stands in this reading today. We'll see what happens next time. Thanks for stopping by the Old Swedes Bungalow. Peace and love to you.